welcome, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in and watching us have some tea. Ultra Magnus, what is going on? Mike Hopperwood. Thanks, guys, for joining us. I'm gonna click this thing, see if we can get a couple more people to join in, see who else is around that wants to have some tea with us. Don't have a ton of time this afternoon, but we'll have fun regardless. In fact, probably only got about 20 minutes, but we'll do well with what we've got. Cool. All right, let's see who's on. So if you are in here and you're having tea, let us know what you're drinking. I am going to be drinking what is quickly turning out to be our absolutely favorite tea this afternoon. Not this afternoon, favorite tea this year, and that is our Crimson Lotus Pure Nando. It's just spectacular. If there's anybody on YouTube, let me know what how it sounds. I'm still doing some testing with like microphones and camera setup and stuff, so I'm not 100% certain how that's going to turn out. But let's show off the cake. And let me know how that music is. If that music is too loud or too quiet or whatnot, it would be awesome. Trying to do a professional little video setup here, but it's hard when it's just me. All right. So I've obviously made quick work of this cake. There we go. That's it. Pure Nando. I think for the YouTube camera, if I put it right there, it focuses nicely. But this is good stuff, man. This is really, really good tea. Mostly been drinking it grandpa style. Tea is medicine. You're good from here. You guys say it sound good. Awesome. Yeah, the Instagram makes things pretty easy and straightforward, but the YouTube stuff, there's a lot more to control, and so I'm always worried with the YouTube that it's just not quite loud enough, or it's too loud and it's all buzzy and hissy and stuff like that. But hello. But I'm trying. We're working it, getting it done. So what are you guys drinking today? Anybody drinking anything worthwhile? Ah, yeah, this is nice. Nice. I have found that just like 1 or 2 grams of this in a grandpa style, in a mug grandpa style, is just absolutely spectacular. There we go. What do we got? Tea-ware today. 2014 show for Tea as Medicine. There we go. Nice, white clay Jen Shui teapots with the Crimson Lotus logo right on there. Not the Crimson Lotus logo, a Crimson Lotus motif, which I actually like. I like our logo a lot, our business logo. It's pretty cool. It's just a little complicated for putting on teaware. Although it's not impossible, it's just a little complicated. Green tea and good vibes, drinking a 2020 Bulong Shung coin and then some Fujian white cake. Nice. Which one do you like? Which one do you like more? Nice. Yeah, this nano material just turned out to be super awesome. I'm gonna try not to break this. You guys were on the stream with me last time when I added a new chip to it. It's a gorgeous little guy, but just dropped it. 357 Leaves and Tea Choir. Thank you for joining us. What are you guys drinking today? Because we're drinking Nano Shung Pu'er tea. There we go. It's good stuff. Green tea and good vibes. The Shung. Yeah, the Shung. Nice. Wifey wanted some tea, and white tea is the safest for her. 357 Leaves. Yo! I'm attempting to do Instagram and YouTube at the same time. So if anybody has the chance to pop over to YouTube and just see how it looks, I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, coffee, dude. There's nothing wrong with coffee. I'm not gonna gatekeep caffeinated beverages. I enjoy a nice I enjoy a nice coffee as much as the next person. I'm particularly fond of a flat white, which is kind of just a fancy way of saying a strong latte. Sort of Ultra Magnus coffee there. You just got off work. Yeah, no, I got nothing against coffee. I like a good flat white. Pauls, oh hey Pauls, greetings from Germany. Sipping on an aged Shung Pleiadian 99. Looks good and sounds great. Thank you so much. I appreciate the YouTube feedback. I'm still trying to figure everything out, but I'm really happy that the action camera that we picked up for our Yunnan trip actually works really nicely as a like a 4K webcam. It does make me look redder than the Instagram camera. Like the Instagram camera looks makes me look fairly pale, and the other one makes me look looks quite red. Run Rev Coach Gerald, what's going on? Esca Terrestrial. Ultra Magnus, no lattes. Yeah, I'm not a big latte fan either, but a nice flat white. I will go for a nice flat white any day. Big fan of the flat white. YouTube people, what are you guys drinking? What are you guys drinking today? Anybody drinking anything good? Chris Shirley left the IG, joined the YouTube, although my chat's over here. I got to be careful. I need to find a way to put the laptop like right there so that when I'm looking at that, it's a lot easier. Maybe I could just attach the camera to the side of the. Still figuring it out. I need more stuff. Yo, you left IG, joined YouTube. Looks good, dude. The wider angle, seeing more of the setup. Yeah, dude, the camera's great. The trick with the YouTube camera is I like the wide, but it's really hard to get it to focus where I want it to focus on. Like this is like the focal range, which is actually pretty decent. It's not bad. So I've got me and camera. I want to be able to bring things closer in. But you go right there, and all of a sudden then it's blurry. So if I keep it like right there, then it's not. I've tried a couple different lenses on it, and it sounds pretty good. Sending you loves of cha. I appreciate that, Iron So Fine. That's great. Green Tea Good Vibes is the nano more vegetal, briny, fruity, floral. More on the fruity and floral side. It's not briny. It's not vegetal. It's just so good. It just has an essence that's just so delicious this year. I'm just really impressed with how it turned out. Ultramags joined on the YouTube. Great video. Thank you. And Canavox Recording got a 2016 Qingmei Shung today. Really loving this one. That sounds nice. I've been happy with how some of our stuff has been aging. We've now officially been aging things in our Seattle inventory for an actual decade. So 10 years of tea. In fact, I got one here. We did it on stream the other day. That was before we even put Nafes into our cakes. This is one of our first cakes of tea. 100 grams of Iwu's Finest. I think we sold this for like $50 10 years ago, which is actually quite pricey. I need to just spend a whole week and just do videos and dig through all of our old teas. Let's go. Crimson Lotus tea. Do you ever have times where you don't love drinking Young Shung? How do you break the funk or keep it fun? Excuse me. I have never found a time when I don't like drinking Young Shung. I will drink it constantly. I just absolutely vibe with it at an integral level. I've kind of got a problem, guys. I can just drink Young Shung all the time. Green Tea Good Vibes needs some home storage tips. Would love to see how you're storing temp control. So what I'm gonna say won't help, but you need more tea. A lot more tea. The more tea you have, the more it kind of self-regulates. And I have an entire room set up, and it barely needs anything anymore. The tea has gotten a lot of the moisture it needs, and it very easily self-regulates. In fact, the last year, every time I go in there, I'm like, oh, all right, temperature and stuff looks about right. In the wintertime, I do have a heater in there that turns on every now and then just to kind of keep the temps up. If I think it needs a little bit more humidity, I just turn the humidifier on intentionally, but I don't have it on automatic. I'd like to do an automatic setup, but I haven't had the time to actually put in that effort. Ultramakes has better audio also. Thanks. It took me a while to try and figure out get the audio working on there. Canavox says a decade is a big thing, man. Proud for you. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, decade of aging is interesting, and I think I've learned that I just need to have things just a little bit more humid than we've had in the past, and things will be just like perfect. But some of the stuff is just really delicious right now. Canavox likes Young Shung, but your guts say to give it a year or two. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I've got strong guts or something. Voniper 4, much love from Australia. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Idols Black, thanks for joining us. Yeah, I just vibe with Young Shung so closely that I mean, yeah. Sometimes if I'm going really heavy with a lot of sessions, it can wreck me. But I still will just, like the next morning I'll be craving it again. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I've reached a point where I've had too much. I mean, I've definitely had too much Young Shung in specific sessions, where I just kind of have to switch to a different tea. But then I usually just switch to a different Young Shung and keep going again. Ultrameg says, just like cigars, the more the easier to keep the humidity. Same with tea. Yeah. In fact, that's one of the big tricks of most of the big shops, is that they just have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tons of tea all in the same warehouse, and they don't really. It just kind of self-regulates. In Guangzhou, like if you took one cake and set that cake out, that cake would likely mold. But if you have 10,000 cakes in the same room, they just kind of all work together. Tea Workshop official. What's going on? Voniper, you're at work, so you can't stick around. No worries, man. I appreciate you hopping in and saying hi. Green tea, good vibes. How much weight are we doing daily, G-Dog? 20 grams. Oh, I drink far less tea on a daily basis than people probably actually think. Mostly because I don't have time to like sit down for big sessions like this. So I end up doing more grandpa style. So this is my first actual like Gong Fu session for today, and I mean, so I've got 6 or 7 grams in here. This morning, my portable mug only had like 3 grams, so I'm at less than 10 grams for the day. So I don't go as heavy as many people think. Mostly, I just don't have the time for it. So it's nice because I like to be able to sit down and have do a video live stream, because then it's kind of an excuse to be able to kind of like slow down a little bit and actually have a session. Otherwise, there's just too many other things to work on. Canavox could use a couple hundred tons of tea. Yeah, I mean, blessing and a curse, man. It takes up a significant portion of our house, and I'm thinking I might have to expand it, and I'm not certain how to do that. I don't know if I don't know if I should build like an actual storage house like outside of our house, so that I can have like back the storage inside of the house. I've just been thinking about it a lot, because I need to start storing a lot more tea here, and I don't really want to get into like actual commercial space yet. So I don't know, a big challenge. Ultramax keeps a tea in a 6-inch humidor with an electric humidifier. Works great. That's nice. 6 inch, 6 foot, 6 foot. Hope it's a 6 foot one. Sorry for this. Yeah, big hands, small phone. Chris Shirley, who is a certified tea professional, says he does about 10 grams a day. On a heavy day, 20 grams. So today you're doing 30. Is that what you're telling me? Canavox says, you remember going in like 20 to 30 when you were first getting into pu'er, but that's probably why you never slept. Yeah, exactly. When we're in Yunnan though, it's just your spring picking season. You're doing a lot. 100, 200, 300 grams a day in sessions. You're just trying so many teas. You're not spending a lot of time with the tea. Maybe each tea only goes through like 4 or 5 steepings, but you're really trying to kind of just get a quick idea about the tea, and you're not actually drinking a lot of it, but you can go through a lot. Those are fun, because then by the end of the day, you just have like just a giant like pile of matcha, or you'll be going into some tea shop where they've just been brewing tea all day, and you'll just see you've just got a giant pile of matcha. That's really fun. 6 foot Ultramag, 6 foot humidor. That's impressive. That's impressive. I like it. It's a good idea. Etal's black. Planning out your pu-erh build now. Probably start with 2 small coolers, one for shung, one for show. Smart. That's a very good approach. I like it. Those things seal up really nicely. Mr. Remakes, Ultramax, couldn't imagine drinking tea in Yunnan. It's amazing. It is amazing. It's a ton of fun. Canavox, plastic bags and cardboard box hold up just fine for storage here. Yeah, plastic bags and stuff can work for a while. Eventually, it's kind of probably nicer to switch to a Mylar, and but that can work. Oh, you're in Fresno. But yeah, if your cake of tea only lasts less than a year, it's you basically are just trying to stop from killing the tea. Mr. Remakes, at that point you'd spit it out like they do wine tasting. Yeah, you kind of do that. Like I said, I generally instead of having like a really long session, I'll do like maybe 4 or 5 steeps. And I'll focus on really paying attention to, like the aroma and of all the different steeps and the different settings. And then I'll do like a quick steep, like 10 seconds. And then I'll do like a 15-second one. And then actually like another one around 20 seconds. And then I'll usually do like a really long steep one. And I'm basically just kind of more sipping it. I don't spit it because I just, I want to drink it. You have to, with tea, you couldn't do the wine sip and spit thing, because there's so much of the experience that happens after you swallow it. So you really need to take that into consideration, pay attention to that as well. And then that's where you start to understand body feel and throat feel and aftertaste. But so it's a little bit more than just what happens in the mouth. It's what happens in the whole body. So just a little bit more complicated. That's all. Yummy Yam says, you drank so much shung at an event you got sick and your poor boyfriend had to drive to the next town over to get me. The people were nice and didn't want to say no to their tea. It happens. It happens in China too. I've seen people puking outside of tea tasting houses where they just somebody brought in something super amazing and they you just can't say no, even though you've been drinking tea all day, and then they just like double, triple overleaf, super steep it, and then like you start drinking it, and it's wild. My wife is pretty good about planning ahead. She can kind of sense when the tea tasting is starting to tilt into the possibly getting sick area, and she's really quick with her phone to punch a couple buttons, and like 5 minutes later some guy on a scooter pulls up with like fresh food on delivery, and so we'll just like chow through some noodles and rice, and then we're good to go. Ilya, I can't stick around due to work, but thanks for the stream. You're awesome tea. I appreciate it. I'm glad I've been able to get back into the YouTube streaming thing. It just took a little coordinated effort to get things kind of set up just right, but I think it'll work well. I think I've got the system set up. I think the camera looks good. The audio seems to be good. Now it's just a matter of getting it done. Yummy Yum, thank you, Lead Fleet. You didn't puke. Yeah, no, thankfully you didn't puke as well. But yeah, you can definitely get tea sick and get over caffeinated for sure. Ultramag's cooler, yeah, pu-erh cooler like above, works great, cheap to get. Keep light away from the cakes. Yeah, you don't want direct sunlight on your cakes. It'll just it can bake them super quick. They get hotter than you think. Even just like we had a Portland Tea Festival last year, not this year, last year. As the sun went through the day, we didn't have shade on our tea anymore because it's an outside event, and trying to move the cakes around, didn't get some of them moved fast enough, and you could just see the condensation forming on the inside of the bag as the moisture from the tea is just like evaporating out. That was significantly stressful. We had to start moving cakes pretty quick. Mr. Remakes, do you know if there are any foods you can eat with tea that help absorb the caffeine, avoid those extreme reactions? I'd say anything with carbs, probably. Like I think rice would probably be amazing. Noodles. Bread. Simple graham crackers. I like graham crackers at a tea tasting. They're nice and light. They seem to do well. They don't overpower the taste of the tea. But yeah, I'd say probably rice or bread. Noodles makes sense. Soup dumplings, Canavox. There you go. That's it. I love soup dumplings. Soup dumplings could help. Soup dumplings can always help. Always help. I found a new Chinese restaurant, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes from our house that has some really amazing soup dumplings. I went there with my friend the other day, and they also have stinky tofu, which is really hard to find in the US. I don't know if you guys have had stinky tofu. There's actually tofu that prides itself on being smelling really bad, and it does smell really bad. It's like I don't know, it smells like dirty gym socks or something like that. It's got a very strong BO-ish funk to it, but it is absolutely delicious. And yeah, you can always tell anytime you're in China. You can tell if there's like a shop selling stinky tofu anywhere around. I mean, it's just like, you're just like, whoa, that's it. It's right over there. But I've seen very few places in the Seattle area that have proper stinky tofu. And this tofu wasn't as stinky until you started to eat it. And then once you ate it, then like this stinkiness came out. But it was like, oh my gosh, it was so good. And I want to take Lamo back there, see what she thinks of it. Alex D. Rockhound with the Lotus, man. Salutations to you as well. And I'm just going to throw this out there. Alex is looking for work in the mining industry. If anybody has any hot leads in North America, specifically on mining opportunities, he likes to work underground like a dwarf. So hit Alex Rockhound up if you've got any opportunities. He's looking for work. He's graduated. He's got a degree in rock stuff. Looking for work. Hit him up. Ultramegs, drinking shung on an empty stomach, you'll build up a tolerance. I think you have a strong stomach. You think you have a strong stomach? Yeah, I've noticed, so when I was starting off in the tea biz, I noticed that black tea would absolutely wreck me on an empty stomach. I would just get destroyed. But for some reason, shung worked. I mean, if I go into a really heavy session, I know now to have some food in my belly ahead of time. But I drink, I kind of do like the, I don't know, what do they call it when you roughly eat between like noon and 6 or 8 p.m., kind of like that minimal fasting thing. I try and shoot for that on a daily basis. I try to eat like afternoon, finish eating by 6. So that means if I want tea in the morning, I'm nearly always drinking it on an empty stomach. I will rarely do like a super strong, heavy shung, a gongfu session on an empty stomach. I'll have a little bit more food in me, but I'm always drinking gongfu, grandpa style shung on an empty stomach all the time. Intermittent fasting. That was what I was talking about. I appreciate the group think. Is that the right way to put it? Maybe it's not the right way to put it. But like being able to have people tell me what I'm trying to say. I've outsourced my brain to the T cloud. We can put it that way. Intermittent fasting, Etols Black. Yeah, that was what I meant to say. I generally try and do that. 12 to 6, 12 to 8. Roughly is when I do most of my eating. But if I've got something, like if I've got someone coming over for tea tomorrow at noon, and I know it's probably going to be a fairly strong tea session for like 90 minutes, I'll definitely eat before that, just so that I don't wreck myself. Canavox, the hive mind, of course, the hive mind. I'll go ahead. I'll call it that, the hive mind. Thank you. The tea hive mind. Oh man, this tea's awesome. So shoot, November. We're into November already. That means Black Friday is gonna be here soon. I've got 2 or 3 more teas that I'm trying to get finished for release on Black Friday, and I have really absolutely got my work cut out for me. I came up with a new tea design last night, which I'm really excited about. Been working on our 3 cake release game night. That I've really got to put time into getting that finished. But I've got some cycles this month to get done all the rest of the stuff that we want to get done. I really want to have those things done so that they're ready for release on Black Friday. And Black Friday teas right now, teas sold on Black Friday, almost guaranteed to make it to North America destinations before Christmas. Unfortunately, we can no longer right now ship to Brazil and Germany. We've had just a wild amount of orders returned from there. In fact, nearly every order we've shipped to Germany this year has been returned. And we always ship twice, and it's out of our pocket for that second shipping. And Germany is just done. Germany's done with Chinese tea and teaware. They just they just like kick it right back to us. Thankfully, we get the orders back, and so we've been able to refund anybody who was from Germany who ordered tea from us. But until we can figure it out or go from a different method or figure out what it is, I don't know. They're just super particular about all the correct paperwork, and obviously we don't have the correct paperwork that they need, but they offer no insight onto exactly what we need to get that stuff back. So to get that stuff in, so it's a little bit of a tricky thing trying to figure it out, trying to get our tea to German people. It's tough. Yeah, Paul's all right. You're in Germany. I'm really sorry. It's not just us. It's apparently every company, every tea company I've talked to. It's just like Germany right now is just like, no way. They just like boot it right back. Alex D. Rockin, using that fancy engineered water. I am not using fancy engineered water unless you consider Mother Earth the engineer of this water specifically. This is from my town's worst kept secret. It's a free public artesian well, artesian spring aquifer about a mile from my house, which is about 2 miles from my house. Absolute best tea. But I will be getting some engineered water on the site hopefully this month. I got to work with Arby on that. Canavox, we ship from the U.S. and China, and it is possible that orders from the U.S. might make it into Germany. But I mean, we still have to declare that the teas were made in China, and I think that's the particular thing. I think Germany's just not into products made in China right now. But we can try. We can certainly try. If anybody wants to order to Germany from the Seattle inventory, it's like $25 though. $25 for shipping is a decent amount. So, but if anybody wants to, I'll put together an order going to Germany. It's just most of the orders going to Germany have been from China. You ship from, so we Canavox, we ship from, we have inventory in the US, and we have inventory in China, so you can actually see on our site. You can go to Seattle inventory. All those ones will be packed by me and shipped from here. And then we've everything else is shipped live from Yunnan, China, and it's generally pretty good, pretty quick. 1 to 2 weeks. It's fast. On the site, I say it'll take 1 to 2 months because I want people to get under the expectation that things might take a long time, because sometimes they actually do. But any recommendations on aged white? I don't have any aged white, but our No Escape, our newly pressed cake of No Escape, white tea, blended old tree, big tree mix, wild tree, is incredible, super awesome. So pick up a cake, age it yourself, see how it turns out. And then we also have White Christmas, a new cake of white tea that was just released. It's more of a traditional blend. The No Escape is a little bit of an outlier in the white tea scene. Ultrameg says, Glenn, okay man, is there any way to find the Toad King? He is amazing. Toad King is the best. That's this guy here. And yeah, nobody wants to make these for us in China anymore, which is highly unfortunate. So I don't know what to do. But guys, I have got to run and pick up the kids from school. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut down. This was just a quick live stream anyways, and I've got about 30 minutes into it. So I really appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you for everybody who came in. Oh, Ultramegs, you're going to start drinking No Escape today. That's awesome, man. I can't wait to hear what you think about that, because I'm totally in love with that cake of tea. The cake of tea is amazing. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us. I really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing more on more of the live stream stuff on YouTube now that I've got it all figured out again. So, anyways, thank you so much, guys. I'll see if I've got the software all figured out, and thanks so much.